Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. I thought we'd sit down and we'd talk a little bit about the WrestleMania 32 card coming up around the corner. We've been trying to think about what is going to be going down on this card, and I know that honestly, when the one thing that's sort of looming over WrestleMania 32's match card, and it's hard for people to really put together a match listing of what's going to happen. I mean, like, you can definitely tell that Triple H versus Roman Reigns is going to be happening. Roman Reigns is going to win that three-way, one way or another. It looks like it's going to be Brock Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt. There's debate over it's going to be Undertaker versus Braun Strowman. Brian Alvarez has reported on Wrestling Observer Live that Vince McMahon really loves Braun Strowman and wants to put him in this match with Undertaker, but people are trying to talk him out of it. Some people are saying that Undertaker might fight Kevin Owens. Some people are saying that Kevin Owens might fight AJ Styles. Some people think it's going to be AJ Styles against Chris Jericho. So it's very hard to string together what a card is going to be. And honestly, at this point of the year, for WrestleMania's, years back and back and back, we can really tell what at least the top 3 to 4 matches on the show are going to be. And we even have this year some people thinking that, 2 matches that would be co-main events are going to be combined to be a tag match. You think about Undertaker and what he means to WrestleMania. I know that at WrestleMania 30 he lost a streak, and definitely at WrestleMania 31 his match didn't mean as much, even though WWE put it in the co-main event spot. You got to go back to WrestleMania 19 when I think that WWE was trying to. I don't think they were trying to push Undertaker out the door, but definitely with Undertaker and Nathan Jones, they really thought that Nathan Jones was going to be the star of tomorrow. It was somebody that WWE really liked, but I don't know really what happened. When you watch that show back today, Undertaker wrestles in the second match of the night. It doesn't really seem like Undertaker is the highlight of the company. You think about what would happen. WrestleMania 20, they kill off the biker gimmick. Undertaker comes back as the dead man. And then from there, Undertaker matches really take a turn, with him fighting Batista, him fighting Edge, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. He reaches, he already was a legend of the business, but it's like he pushed himself into that Hall of Fame legend sort of status, as in, instead of being a guy that just wrestled here for a long time, it was somebody that was very, historic to what WrestleMania was. And I know that you want to put Undertaker out there as often as you can and put him in as many matches. And, there's a lot of Undertaker fans. I don't think that WWE has a spot for Undertaker to sort of move into, sort of when I'm watching these New Japan shows, they have these matches with New Japan legends and they come back. Japan has a fondness for bringing these guys back. To me, Undertaker shouldn't be wrestling at WrestleMania if he's not going to be, the man, if he's not going to be the guy. In the past, we've seen, the Spirit Squad against WWE legends at Survivor Series, whatever year that was, 2006 or something like that, where it was Ric Flair, I think it was Roddy Piper, Dusty Rhodes, and Farouk. I think is what the team was, something like that. And I think Farouk even had to replace somebody because they weren't able to wrestle on that show for one reason or another. They weren't the original plan. But if you want to bring Undertaker back and you want to put him on the supporting shows throughout the year, it should be that. But for the people that are thinking that it should be Undertaker and Brock Lesnar as a tag team, there's nothing that can, make me think of this is, where they're going. I know that, Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, as of right now, they have supporting, I guess you can say a supporting feud because they both hate Bray Wyatt and they both want to, rid this guy of the WWE. Bray Wyatt sort of poking his nose into Brock Lesnar's business at the Royal Rumble, trying to become champion, ganging up on him 4-on-1. We saw Undertaker and his brother Kane beat the Wyatts at Survivor Series, and that match was sort of really forgettable. To me, honestly, it's not my money. I don't care what they do, but honestly, they're paying Brock Lesnar a ton of money. And for Brock Lesnar to be used in a tag team match at WrestleMania, I think is just a waste of money. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know if maybe, Bray Wyatt is going to try and kill Brock Lesnar and eat his soul to sort of, complete what he thought he was going to get when he beat Undertaker, and said that he consumed his soul, and now he, had his powers. Maybe now he thinks he has to beat Brock Lesnar in order to gain those powers, from eating Undertaker and eating Kane. It's preposterous to even think about this. And then maybe Undertaker would bring Brock Lesnar back from the dark side, and maybe that's one hell of an angle to get you to, an awesome entrance for Undertaker and Brock Lesnar to be emerging from the gates of hell to come back and fight the Wyatts. But the only problem is that Undertaker might disappear and might never wrestle again, or he might come back, for an appearance at SummerSlam or something like that. But Brock Lesnar is going to keep wrestling, and Brock Lesnar is at least going to keep wrestling for at least the next 2 years. And are you going to continue to have Brock Lesnar be a dead guy? So you can't really do that. So I don't know really what they're doing here. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe Undertaker no longer is a dead man. He just sort of has the same costume. And, when Brock Lesnar beat him, he became mortal again. And he becomes like the Clint Eastwood of WWE, as I've sort of called him in the past. But it doesn't make a lot of sense. I think you got to have a good match for WrestleMania, and it's going to be hard to put together something for Undertaker. In the past, when he's had big matches, it's been people basically calling him out to bring him out of retirement to fight one more time. I like the idea of Undertaker versus Kevin Owens. It's hard to think of, being a Kevin Owens fan and watching this guy wrestle in Ring of Honor and things like that. But, they got to figure something out. And they got to start putting it together soon. That Raw on Monday, honestly, in my opinion, was pretty forgettable. And they got to start putting the pieces together. Because I know they're trying to make Fastlane be a big show, but at the same time, WrestleMania is coming up sooner and sooner. And I know that my WrestleMania trip doesn't bank a lot on WrestleMania 32, because I think it's going to be cool to go to AT&T Stadium and see the sights and be there. But when it comes down to it, honestly, WrestleMania 32 is a lot about hanging out with my buds, like Miguel and Ravi, Justin, Gemini, Luke, the Boston brothers. All of us coming together, hell, even Trademark, and we're gonna have one hell of a time, and it's gonna be a blast. So we'll see what goes down, and see you guys down the road.